Anyway, we're going to move on to The Observer, and this seems like a reasonable use for the SAS. Lewis, what's this?
Well, here's the thing. This is one of those, I hate to say it because I don't want to be critical of the show. I'm happy you're having me on, but this is like a non-story. This is one of those non-story stories. It says...
that's the most critical thing you could have said about the show, but there we go.
Yeah.
Just go for it, Lewis.
No, some of them are important, but this thing is not. It's who dares bins in The Observer.
That's fine.
Councils in England use ex-SAS soldiers to carry fly tippers.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got a fly here.
Now, what is this? Who wrote this story? Basically,
The Observer.
The Observer didn't write this story. This is based on a press release that's the Sub Rosa Group, who's a secure, whatever it is, and they say we will go to councils and we'll watch where they're fly tipping and we'll make notes.
I agree with you, it's a bit of a non-story, but our job is to go through the paper, so really it's not our responsibility, it's The Observer who have messed up.
No, this is where you're wrong, Andrew.
Oh, yeah?
It is our job to say The Observer is for just printing this guy's press release.
I do apologise for that language, by the way. I know it's New Year's Eve, and Lewis has had a sip of champagne.
What? Is that wrong?
Don't say it again. Yes, it's wrong. We don't say that on this channel.
Oh, okay.
It's a swear word, Lewis.
I didn't... That is.
You keep trying to say it again. I'm not
going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
You're not going to.
I didn't even think it was a swear, so I apologize.
Yeah, this is
He's American. It's cultural difference.
Yeah, it's a pleasantry where he's from.
So I want to apologize to Luke.
He's from New York. That's like saying hello.
Olio on court,
okay.
who wanted me to do a shout out for him.
Okay, there we go, Lewis.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means, but Nick, any thoughts on this non-story?
Well, I'm very happy to be here for Lewis's last ever appearance on live TV, firstly. And it's very hot in the studio, so that is part of it, if I look sweaty. This story is about the absurd failure of us, of the government and councils to deal with this problem of fly tipping. And so people are making huge amounts of money by mislabelling their rubbish as more environmentally friendly than it is. And they weirdly can make loads of money doing this. And bizarrely, we brought in the SAS now to deal. I mean, I look forward to the new series of SAS Who Dares Wins Fly Tipping Edition. It's absolutely absurd, but it's kind of what we see in this country now. We have the military helping out on the border. We have, they're going to end up driving ambulances soon. We've got them helping with fly tipping. Basically, this is the last stage before we could collapse completely. As everything becomes the military. You send in the military to do every job, and then it just completely.
Well, they did a good job with the passports.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. But how weird is it that we have to bring in the SAS for fly tipping? This is not what they signed up for.
That's not what they're for.
The absolute elite, the best of the best in the world. Like, what's your first assignment? You'll be monitoring fly tipping in Ipswich. I mean,
well, it brings them down to earth, doesn't it?
You know what? It's based on you're making a joke about the whole thing. The fact is,
well, I have to. It's a light-hearted
wanted to get involved. This story didn't say what councils were involved, where it was happening. It was just.
So are you telling me off for making a joke on a comedy news show?
Sorry.
When we're all professional
Lewis, you're being
comedians?
very militant about this, trying to make this very, very serious. You're the one who's worn these tux.
I know. Maybe it's changed my attitude.
Maybe it has become way too serious, Lewis.